It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're exhausted. Not the good kind of tired, the empty kind. The kind where you did everything you were supposed to do, but nothing felt like it mattered. So you open your phone, just to relax, just to unwind. You're not planning to buy anything, but somehow, 20 minutes later, you've purchased something. There's a tiny spark of excitement, then it's gone. And what's left is this weird guilt. Here's what's strange. This wasn't about the product. It was about how you felt before you bought it. Let's rewind. Your week has been fine. Technically fine. Monday, meetings that could have been emails, conversations that went in circles, tasks that felt pointless the moment you finished them. Tuesday, inbox that keeps refilling itself, like bailing water from a boat that never stops leaking. Wednesday, the same conversation you've had 17 times with different people about the same problems that never get solved. Nothing terrible happened, but nothing felt good either. You're running on empty and you know it. There's this exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, this hollowness that coffee doesn't fill. Thursday evening arrives, you're home, safe, alone. And there's this space, this quiet. The kind of quiet that makes you aware of how you actually feel. And how you actually feel is not great. Your brain doesn't like this space. It doesn't like sitting with uncomfortable feelings, so it looks for something, anything, an escape, a distraction, a quick hit of something that feels like relief. You start scrolling, not looking for anything specific, just scrolling. Past vacation photos from people you barely know, past news that makes you anxious, past ads designed by people who understand your brain better than you do. And then you see it. A jacket, a gadget, a book you'll definitely read this time. Maybe it's something you've seen before, maybe it's new. Doesn't matter. Something about it feels right. Not because you need it, you know you don't need it, but because for just a second, imagining yourself with it feels better than how you feel right now. You can almost see yourself wearing that jacket, using that gadget, being the kind of person who reads that book. And that version of you, that version feels better, more put together, more interesting, more like the person you thought you'd be by now. Your finger hovers over the screen. You know you shouldn't. There's this small voice that says, you don't need this. But there's a louder voice, the one that's been building all week. It's on sale. Look at that discount. You're actually saving money. I deserve something nice. I worked hard this week. This is self-care. It's not that expensive. It's less than dinner out. It's an investment, really. The justifications come fast, automatic. Click. Order confirmed. And for about 90 seconds, you feel something. Relief, like you just solved a problem. Excitement, like something good is finally happening. Your brain releases a little chemical reward, a little pat on the back that says, good job, you did something. Then the feeling fades, faster than you expected. And you're left sitting there, holding your phone, in the same spot, in the same mood, wondering what just happened. The package will arrive in 3 days, but the feeling you were chasing, the relief you were looking for, already gone.
So what just happened? Let's talk to the part of you that made that decision. Not you, the rational you, the you who knows better, but your brain, the ancient operating system running in the background. Your brain has one job, keep you alive and comfortable. And it takes that job very seriously. When you feel bad, stressed, lonely, bored, empty, your brain interprets that as a problem that needs solving. It searches for solutions, fast solutions, because in the brain's world, discomfort might mean danger. 10,000 years ago, this system worked perfectly. Stress meant danger, a predator, a threat, something that could kill you. Relief meant survival, safety, living another day. Find food when you're hungry, dopamine hits, problem solved. Reach safety when you're in danger, dopamine hits, threat avoided. Dopamine wasn't the reward itself, it was the promise that relief was coming. It was your brain saying, yes, this action will make things better, keep going. But today, your brain is running the same ancient software in a completely different world. A world where most of your stress isn't life-threatening. It's just life. A world where relief is available instantly, in your pocket. Feeling stressed? Here's a vending machine of instant relief. Shopping, social media, food delivery, binge watching. Your brain presses the button it knows, the one that worked last time. Shopping. Because last time you felt this way, shopping worked. A little, briefly. Your brain doesn't care that the relief lasted 90 seconds, it just remembers that it worked. Here's the trick. The dopamine hits before you buy, not when you open the package, not when you use the product. Before. While you're imagining how great it'll be. While you're browsing through options, comparing features, reading reviews. While you're adding to cart, entering your payment information. That's when your brain lights up. Because dopamine isn't about having the thing, it's about wanting the thing. It's about the anticipation, the possibility, the promise. The actual product? That's when dopamine crashes. That's when reality sets in. Ever notice how the box sitting on your doorstep feels less exciting than the checkout page? How the thing you couldn't stop thinking about Tuesday is already boring by Friday? That's because dopamine isn't about satisfaction, it's about motivation. It gets you to pursue things, but it doesn't make you happy once you have them. But here's what your brain doesn't understand. It solved the wrong problem. You weren't actually shopping for a jacket or a gadget or a book. You were shopping for an emotional exhaustion, loneliness, lack of rest or meaning or connection. But your brain didn't know how to fix that. So it opened the quickest door, the one labeled instant relief. And because it worked, even just a little, even just for 90 seconds, your brain remembers. Next time you feel this way, it'll suggest the same thing, faster, more automatically. This is the loop. And the more you repeat it, the stronger it gets. Feel bad? Buy something. Feel better briefly. Feel bad again. Around and around. Your brain isn't sabotaging you. It's trying to help you, to protect you. It's just using an outdated map.
Let's go deeper. Why does this keep happening even when you know better? Even when you've promised yourself you'll stop? Because your brain learns patterns. And the pattern it learned is this. Uncomfortable feeling arrives. Avoid it. Feel better briefly. That's the whole formula. Your brain doesn't care about long-term consequences. It cares about right now. And right now, shopping makes the bad feeling go away. Stress? Buy. Loneliness? Buy. Boredom? Buy. Anxiety about the future? Buy something that makes you feel prepared. The specific feeling doesn't matter. The response is automatic. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You've taught your brain that shopping is the answer to emotional discomfort. Not intentionally, you didn't sit down and decide this, but through repetition, through reward, through that 90-second hit of relief, you've trained your brain. And now it's running on autopilot. Maybe this pattern started a long time ago. Maybe as a kid, getting something new actually did make you feel loved, special, important. Or maybe it's cultural. Our entire society runs on this message. You deserve it. Treat yourself. You worked hard. We even call it retail therapy, as if shopping is medicine, as if buying things is healing. And after you buy, your brain does something even more clever. It justifies. Because now you're holding a receipt for something you didn't need, and that feels uncomfortable. So your brain rushes in with explanations. It was on sale. Okay, but so what? You still spent money. I'll actually use this one. Really? What about the last 3 times you said that? I deserve something nice. You do, absolutely. But is this what you actually need? This is cognitive dissonance, the gap between what you know and what you do. Your brain protecting itself from uncomfortable truth. And the truth is, the purchase didn't solve anything. You still feel the same. The emptiness is still there. So the loop continues. Feel bad? Buy. Justify.
repeat. Meanwhile, what you actually need, rest, connection, purpose, meaning, sits in the corner untouched. Because those things are harder. They take time. They require vulnerability. But here's what changes everything. Your brain wasn't trying to hurt you. It was trying to protect you from pain. It just didn't know what you really needed.
Let's reframe this completely. What if unnecessary purchases aren't failures? What if they're not signs that you're weak or broken or bad with money? What if they're signals? Messages from a part of you that's trying to communicate. Every time you bought something you didn't need, your brain was sending you a message. It was saying, I'm exhausted. I'm lonely. I feel empty. I need rest. I need connection. I need something to look forward to. The purchase was never about the product. It was about what you were trying to feel. Here's a metaphor. Buying things you don't need is like drinking salt water when you're thirsty. It feels like it's helping, for a moment. Your mouth is wet, there's liquid going down, but it makes the real thirst worse. Because salt water doesn't hydrate you, it dehydrates you. So you drink more, and get thirstier, and drink more. What you actually need is over there. Real water, rest, real connection, purpose, meaning. But those things are further away. They require effort, vulnerability, time. So your brain chooses the quick fix, the salt water. The moment you see this pattern, something shifts. Awareness breaks the loop. Not perfectly, not immediately, but it breaks it. So here you are again. Same couch, same time, same feeling. It's 9 p.m. on another Tuesday. You're tired, empty, restless. Your finger hovers over the app. But this time, something's different. This time, you pause, and you ask yourself one question. What am I actually trying to feel right now? Not what do I want to buy, but what am I trying to feel? And you sit with that for a second. Calm, connected, like I matter. And you realize a package won't give you that. A jacket won't make you feel less lonely. A gadget won't give you purpose. Maybe you just sit with the feeling. Let yourself be uncomfortable for a minute and discover that it won't kill you. That feelings pass, that discomfort is temporary. You won't get it perfect. Some days you'll still buy things. That's okay. The loop is strong. The habit is deep. But now you'll know what the purchase was trying to say. You'll know that you're not weak, you're not broken, you're just human, with a very old brain trying to navigate a very new world. You don't need more stuff. You need to listen to what the purchase was trying to tell you. The next time you reach for your phone, pause, ask the question, and listen. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it, and that changes everything.